When to go for GST registration? There are a lot of factors which determines what is the right time for GST registration. It depends what is the nature of business. Are we into selling of the services or we are into selling of goods? So let's first talk about selling of goods. If we are selling goods, we need to see whether our sales will be interstate or will it be intrastate. Intrastate means within same state. If our sales are within same state, then we have a limit of 40 lakh rupees before going for GST registration. But if our sales are interstate, as in if I am sitting out of Delhi and I want to sell in Gurgaon or Noida, then there is no minimum limit for GST registration. I will need GST registration from day one. So if you are an online e-commerce business, then you need GST registration at day one. Second important factor for determining GST registration is whether my business is B2B or B2C. If I am into B2C business, imposing GST on my final product will increase the cost for my product. However, if I am into B2B business, then my client will get input credit of whatever GST I am collecting from him. So, if we are into B2C business and if we are confined to same state, then we can wait till 40 lakh rupees of sales to get GST registration done. Now coming to services. If we are into the business of services, our turnover, our threshold for GST registration is 20 lakh rupees. There is no concept of interstate or intrastate when it comes to services. We get a threshold of 20 lakh rupees. Even if we are doing intrastate sales, we can go for GST registration once our revenue crosses 20 lakh rupees. Again, we have to see whether we are into B2B business or B2C business. Imposing GST if we are into B2C business will increase the cost of our services. In B2B business, it will not make much impact because our client will get input credit of GST. One more very important aspect for taking into consideration before GST registration is what are the expenses which I am incurring. If I am incurring lot of expenses on which I have to pay GST, it is better to get GST registration at day one irrespective of the fact whether we have revenue or not. This will help us to accumulate all the GST we are paying on our services or goods which we are buying, and we can claim the input credit of that GST later on. For example, if we buy a laptop, let's suppose of 50,000 rupees and pay 9,000 GST on it. So even if we are not making any revenue, this 9,000 rupees gets accumulated, and at the time when we'll start making the revenue, we can take benefit of this 9,000 rupees and claim this 9,000 rupees back. Once we are registered with GST, we have to do filings for GST, we have to do proper compliances of GST. So in that sense, GST registration increases our cost of compliances. So we have to take a proper decision taking into consideration our situation, what is the right time for going for GST registration.